Right? No, we won't. Oh my gosh. What's up, YouTube? This is going to be a bad stream. It's going to be good for the car. It's going to be bad for me. I forgot my coffee. This hurts. I thought I had coffee beans here, but I brought them home. And then I forgot that I brought them home, and I never brought them back. So now I have the stuff to make coffee and no coffee. That's really sad. I don't think I've missed coffee in a morning in a very long time. And now I don't have time. I started the stream. I just got to power through it. Buick Stream. You're local in Sterling Heights? Yes. Yes, I am. Give me $1, make 'em holler. Yeah, buddy. You guys are all bright and early. Look at you. Holy shit. I just, had all this set up. Now I'm wondering if I can, somehow get coffee delivered here. Oh, I gotta text Nick and let him know. Okay. Buick. Set for Monday morning. Already been at the gym and everything? You morning people. What is wrong with you? I can't do mornings. Hello, Tint Studio. How can I help you? Hello? Oh. What? Why is it all... Oh, that was weird. 846. What was that? What is it? How do I contact you for a quote? I can give you a quote right now. What you got? I'm all booked up today, but I can give you a quote for sure. You know what was really funny? We had a guy call. He was like, I watch all your videos. It's like, sweet. And then he asked about pricing. And we're like, told him. Then he's like, all right, cool, I'm calling around other places. And it's like, bro. Fuck off. Oh my God. 15 Orion, that's not far away at all. Where did you purchase the Tint Depot banner from? They sent it. We're the Tint Depot sponsorship. But if you message them, they can definitely do a banner for you of some type. Well, you might have to buy it, but they can do banners. One of the main guys there, he's a graphic designer. So he actually did that. It's pretty sweet. Oh, I need my glasses cleaned because I can't see anything. It's so bright. I don't have my coffee. Oh, just missing coffee. I guess we have to do water or something. Ugh. Easy car, easy money, sweets remove easy too. Of course they do. Whoa! Whoa! That's a big one. John Bowen. Did it pop up here yet? Here? No, not yet. Morning, Matt. How's the little one? E3 Tint has gotten set up with the local car show once a month as a sponsor. Have gotten 7 cars out of it. Of $200 gift cards. Nice. Very cool. Glad to know that kind of local marketing's working out for you. I haven't tried anything like that with local car shows, but it's a good avenue for sure. Anything to get your name out in a local capacity, car shows and all that. All that matters. Good job. Thank you for the 30. That's a big one. The little one, he's good. He kept us Kept us up last night a little bit, for sure. So, also a little tired from that, but he's doing good. Very fidgety at night sometimes. To where he'll kind of like, he'll fidget and keep himself up. So he has some good nights, and he has some not so good nights. And last night was not exactly a so good night. 11 Avalon full windshield and sunstrip layered. I thought I was going to do a layered sunstrip today. But that's cool. Avalon should be pretty straightforward. All right, let's plug this in. We always have to go through like the little mess of things. I set this up way too late. What is it, 9:30? We got to get started. Because as straightforward of a car as this is, we've got... I'll be a homie and drop you off some coffee if you're close. I am, actually. I'm not that far away. I'm at... okay. I'm waking up. Off near 18 Mile, off a mound. Little street called Gatewood. 18 and Mound. That's the closest crossroad. Starbucks Mocha. Hey, quick question. Now you probably have a vid, but what to watch out for on a 2011 Audi A6? I have one in 2 hours. Dang. Good timing, huh? Okay. A6. Is that the one with a hatch on the back? If it is, then you don't have to worry about a third brake light, which is nice. If it's not, no, it doesn't appear to be. I don't remember if it was that like A5 or A6 that had the hatch. Sounds about right, though. Anyways, the Audi brake lights can be a little annoying to remove, but they're not too bad, honestly. You're going to want to remove the brake light. Just be careful. So the brake light, you can like just kind of like get your fingers under it a little bit and then keep it towards the glass and just slide it forward. And don't pull it down. Just try and yank it forward. So the brake light, and it's got tighter seals, so you just cut everything a little bit tight. So Audis in general, that's always the thing with them. Easy Money, are you coming down to Texas for the tint battle? No, I don't think so. No, we're trying to plan some type of vacation this year. June's a little soon. All right. Let's try. One sec. Where are we? 1080, 60. Okay. Hang on, this will go dark for me. That's what you call funny, huh? Oh, that's why it's not connected yet. I only had one of them on. That would make sense. Starbucks mocha frap? Oh, not a frap, just a hot one. Oh my god, if you're actually gonna bring it, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, just a hot Starbucks mocha. I'm pretty simple. It's a little bit much of sugar, but I like their mochas. They make them a little on the darker side. That'd be funny. And amazing. I'm early. Am I in the right stream? I don't think so. This is something else. I'm not early enough. Okay, so this is the last thing to turn on, and then we'll be all good to go. We got some work to do. It's about that time. Right? This should work. This should work. Gopro. Yeah, boy. All right. Should have filled up the tank. Should have filled up the tank. All right, so this is ghetto until we have some type of nicer solution here, but it works. So this here is a filter, and I have it hooked up to my tank. Because I had lots of little bits coming out. Hang on one second. Let me switch this. Uno. Sorry. GoPro. All right. Just want to rinse it out some. So while it is a garden hose, it's going through some type of filter because it's coming off the hot water heater. And my hot water heater had lots of bits sitting in it because it's been sitting for a long time and doesn't get used all that much. But when we use it, we use a lot of the tank. So we want to prevent little bits. So I don't know. I got a cheap old, I don't know, it's like 10, 15 bucks, I think, water filter. Okay, so soap. We just put a good amount of this in it, and then we put some of this in it too. With carbon, you don't need a ton. Nice filter system. I'm using tap water, but I got 3 filters. Nice. Yeah, I honestly never had any type of filter. I haven't needed to. But what I'll say is, like, it makes sense. That's the water heater up there, and it's been sitting for quite a long time. So it'll have just stuff build up in it and settle. It's my little air compressor, by the way. It'll have stuff build up and then settle. Especially in a hot water heater. So if it was getting used a lot more, I wouldn't have this issue, but I usually go into shops that are already active doing other stuff, so their water's constantly circulating. But not here. It sits. I haven't had much time to clean up. I've kind of just been like, go, go, go. How much did soap? Just a good squeeze. Just a good amount of squeeze. I couldn't tell you exactly. I honestly don't know. It had like probably this much left in the bottle, and then also this much. No, that. It had enough. How does the Pro Nano shrink compared to other films? Very well. It's one of the few ceramic films that I've used that shrink really quickly. It's a 2mm film, so it's a thick boy. So installation's going to be a little trickier. The glue is pretty aggressive too. So it's got some other little drawbacks, but it shrinks very fast. Aw, he fell over. We gotta pick him up. There you go. Okie dokie. Artichoke. I think I'm all out of carpet shield on that one. I gotta get more. But I have it on that one, so we'll be good for today. This guy. Forgot my stool yesterday. When you get used to tinting on a stool, it's hard to go back. Do this one. Oh, look at that. I look so professional. Another boat? Woof. I don't want to do another one. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I wouldn't mind another one. If I can do that one, I can probably handle some pretty annoying ones. I'm sure they get more difficult than that, but... But somebody sounds like they got another boat. Oh. This is a boat. This one's actually not too bad. For a Buick, it's on the smaller side. They used to be boats. The tri-scrub pads are the best. Yeah, I like them. I have a bunch. Hello, Tint Studio. How can I help you? Good, how are you? Oh, okay. Hey, what's up? Okay. The Avalon without, did you want a full windshield or without? Oh, with the sun strip. Okay. Let me 1 second. I'm squeegeeing off this back window. I'll get you a price in just 2 seconds. Alrighty. Avalon would be so just the sides and the back are 240. The windshield is an additional 130, and then adding a sun strip is another 50. So altogether, you're actually at 420. Okay, so just a windshield with a sun strip? Okay, so the windshield would just be 130, and then with the sun strip, it'd be an additional 50. So 130, 180. Sorry, yeah, it'd be 180. That's with my entry level. With carbon, it would be 160 for the windshield, and then an extra 50 because the sun strip you don't need in carbon. You can just do that in regular film. So you could be 160 plus 50 would be 210. Okay. The earliest is actually Wednesday. I could get you in a little bit sooner. Somebody just took my last Monday appointment, but I do have Wednesday. Okay. I got the rest of the week too. Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday spots I think I still have available. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll do the windshields for that. We are, with everybody, we're taking deposits on the appointment. So as soon as I hang up, I can text you a link, and then it'll bring you to our booking page, and then just set it for Wednesday at, you want to bring it in at 9? Okay, cool. Yeah, just set it for Wednesday at 9, and then you'll be all set. All right, yeah, no problem. Thanks for calling. Tell you what, if you do a coffee, I'll give you a free sun strip. Just if you bring me a venti cafe mocha, I'll throw in a sun strip. We'll just do the windshield, and then I'll add the sun strip for free. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right, I'll send you that link. Yep. Bye. Alrighty. So what do I gotta do? I'm in the middle of this car. I think somebody's bringing a coffee. The guy that I just talked to. So that's 9:41, right? Yeah. So we're going to... I overpaid for a Starbucks, but you know what? We're probably going to get one. I got to give a quote for a pretty big boat for the front windows. I was wondering a 60-inch roll would fit. Great dots are... Ooh, I don't know about that one. 59 by 52. So, oh, straightforward. Okay, that's cool. Dang. That's a big boat. Oh, we were doing... Alright, hopefully I have enough of this. I think I do. I should have an extra roll. Have you seen that sign hanging in the last stream? Oh, that one? Yeah, that's my business name, Detroit Tint Studio. Yeah, we're in Sterling Heights. Yeah, so people on YouTube can go, are you in the Detroit area? Yes. Yes, I am, because nobody ever knew where I was. But that was okay, because I was tinting for other shops, so it didn't matter. Looks like a simple back window. This whole car is pretty simple, which is nice. Similar, like probably a little bit harder than the Malibus. A little bit tighter side seals, I think. But yeah, very straightforward. Super chat. Thank you for being you and the knowledge. Aww. That's a really nice one. Thank you. Let me bring up my... Where's that window? That one. No, that's Audi's. This one. Okay, Roman with the 10. Thank you for being you and the knowledge. Bro, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. That was a really nice message. Appreciate ya. How you doing? Dang. Glad you like what I do here. I'm trying to pay attention to how much time that I waste. Because I still have a 12 o'clock appointment coming in. So it's kind of like making me speed things along. We have plenty of time on this car because he's dropping it off and then he's out playing golf. So he's not in a hurry. I'm in a little bit of a hurry because I think I set up a 12 o'clock appointment. Which I guess I should have just streamed the 12 o'clock, huh? Then I wouldn't be in this predicament. Why did I go live with this one? It's because I didn't have coffee. That's why. Oh, and I was already set on doing this one. So, like, we had this one that was supposed to be a ceramic job. But then he decided to go with carbon instead because he wanted to, like, add the full windshield. So, with ceramic, he actually was a windshield strip. He was doing a windshield strip with ceramic and then no full windshield. So this one, similar pricing, but he gets a full windshield. So it would have been much more expensive with the ceramic. What y'all tinting? Doing a Civic? Is it one of those super fun hatchback ones that everybody loves so much? Okay, so carbon. So this is my carbon wall. So carbon, we're doing 20. That box is basically empty, I think. This one's my open one. 20 and 50. It is the hatch one. Woo! I love the sides, then that back window. As long as you have a spare back window, or you want to take it apart, it'll go easier. I tried shrinking it on the inside, and I like almost got there, but it was still started freezing up too much. I almost had it. With potential for a coffee. If I need a coffee delivered, who does that? Is that like Postmates or something? Because the Saturday morning Starbucks line, that's also what you got to consider. That is generally not super fun. Help me understand. Help me understand the customer that wants carbon and not ceramic. Am I not charging enough for ceramic? Quite possibly. What are you charging for? Let's say somebody wants just the side windows and the back of this car. Where are you at? So the way that I structure it is carbon is still good for heat rejection. So it's right in the middle. So that's why a lot of people end up going for it. It's because when you have three options, you'll have some go for... I didn't crease it there, did I? Did I put a little bit of pressure on it? I hope not. That'd be a goofy place to try and crease it. I think there is. I think there's a little line there. Son of a bitch. Well, I haven't done that before. Just on the first one. I guess it kind of fell away from the top one. I think. Where are you? Maybe not. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta inspect. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't see it now. This is going on the drivers though. So I don't know. Oh yeah, there. These little guys right here. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. Huh, that's kind of a really funny way to... It didn't ruin it. It just definitely put a little spot in it. So, we're going to cut this one. Then we're going to redo that drivers because I don't want to feel like moving it around. All right, so we were talking about carbon. So the way that I have it structured right now is like $240 for dyed, $295 for carbon, and anywhere from, like, depends on the vehicle type. So like with ceramic, it'll be like $395 to $450. There, this is better. So on an infrared heat lamp, the carbon still blocks out half the heat. So you still get a good amount of heat performance. It's just not the absolute best that it could be. And then it's dye free, so that's like another selling point on top of it. Even though you're not supposed to have any fading or color change with the dye, it's a more stable element. So there is that. Plus it's only like, what, $50 more? So, you know what I mean? It's a good bang for the buck. That's where carbon stands. But you can arrange it any which way that you want. But this goes with basically any field, anywhere, like any retail. Like a lot of places have 3 options. They have a good, they have a better, and they have the best. And your middle is the most bang for the buck. Oh, we gotta flip this because we're cutting out the other side. The middle is the most bang for your buck. Oh, shit. Or at least in most places. You have a tier where the entry level is a little bit more economy friendly. The mid tier is the best bang for your buck. And it's honestly where you're gonna get the most sales from. And then you have your high end for people that just want the best that you have. And luckily for us, there's color stable dye, there's carbon, and there's ceramic. Those kind of all hit those tiers right there. So that's really cool. Another I think good way to arrange it is doing a completely dye-free lineup. So the entry is like carbon. Your mid-grade is like a budget ceramic. Or not really a budget ceramic. Like a regular ceramic, and then some companies have their own like super ceramic, but depends on how the pricing kind of lines up on all that, I think. Damn, I guess it's time to restructure my pricing and get some carbon. Hey, yeah, I don't see why not. It's like, there's a lot of psych that goes into sales. And it's like, you're not trying to be manipulative. But you are trying to run a business. So having the different options available, like that's what, you're just trying to have a little bit more available for your customers. And like basically your job is to figure out what they're interested in the most. So it's like you're not really trying to sell them, you're trying to like guide them to what they're trying to find. Why don't you use a plotter? Oh. For a few reasons. Plotters are good, but it depends. They usually let me down on patterns, so. There we go. Now we got our 2. What was that? It's the, oh shit, I'm trying to read that. There's a lot there. What time is it? Is it 10? 10:02. Okay, we're doing all right. Hi, Tia. Oh, Tint Studio. I was here yesterday talking about the Hero 8 black battery issues. It also stops recording / streaming randomly. It's an open box from Best Buy, and you either need to return it, pay 50 more for a new condition, or send it to Gopro. Well, if it's not working, then just return it. Maxed out on... I've never had to go through GoPro's repair. I don't know. I mean, if they send you a label and you don't have to pay for shipping, but sometimes it would help. Or, sorry, I'm listening to 2 things. I'm talking plotters and answering GoPros. Focus. Okay. I guess it depends on what their RMA system is like. So if they send you a label, they fix it and everything. But I'm guessing you also have to pay for a label or something. I don't know. Then there's the time. The time is what really kills me, I think, the most. All maxed out on camera budget. Can you buy a second-hand one from somebody on, like, Marketplace? Because there's usually a ton of those. Just make sure that it works ahead of time. I know you don't have any type of warranty attached to it, but sometimes there's, like, GoPros are pretty easy to come by. We got somebody trying to rearrange my whole shop. All right, so plotters. It depends on the software. Most of them have let me down. And the one that seems to be really good is locked down to a particular film brand. So most of the time what happens is they're only so-so. They'll leave a gap. They'll drive you crazy. You'll rely on them. You'll be okay for a little bit, and then they'll disappoint you again. So you're right. You can save some film. And in a lot of cases, you can save some time as long as those patterns work out. So. I can use my LG G8, which records in 4K. GoPro. We use film and vinyl design and haven't had a problem in years. Then you haven't really been using film or vinyl designs. I use film and vinyl designs, and fuck. There were 2 major issues with it a handful of years ago. So, film and vinyl, they oversized all their back windows. They were small, and then all of a sudden, they were oversized. And then they did this weird thing where the trying to think of what they were. They hooked. For whatever reason, they made their door windows hook. This was the most frustrating problem that I ever had to fucking deal with. More so than the gaps. on other softwares sometimes. So it's like the doors would line up fine. And then all of a sudden they would hook up on the ends. So you'd have to dip the middle or cut those ahead of time. And you wouldn't, like, if you got to cut your top edges off of a plotter, it's just annoying. I think my best option is a GoPro. Wait for the downtime. Yeah, that might work out. I just hate downtime. Okay, so here's the thing about, let me give you a quick lesson about cameras, though. So what you're gonna find is ignore megapixel, ignore 4K, ignore 1080, ignore 8K recording, all that shit. What matters is the physical size of the sensor. So all a resolution is lots of pixels on a screen. It doesn't add detail very much. The sensor, there's a sensor in every camera. That's how it sees. And the bigger the sensor, the more light that hits the sensor, the better the image. So that's why bigger cameras are going to look better. So with your cell phone, you'll probably be good enough. Like, don't worry about it too much, but just the 4K, 1080, most of it's a meme. Megapixels don't matter. Sensor size. I was really confused when I was looking for cameras initially. And then I finally came across a video that explained that. And then I've seen it. Because I have 4K on my GoPro and I only have 1080 on that Canon. But the 1080 on that Canon looks far better. What was the software? I haven't had oh, it was Film and Vinyl. I didn't get along with Film and Vinyl at all. Small sensor on Sony for low light? Well, you don't want a small sensor, but some are better than others. Sony is a longtime maker of, they make lots of sensors for basically most cell phones and lots of other cameras too. Did you vote in the proxy for the shareholders meeting? You're damn right I did. Yeah, TD was on top of it. They got a ton of inquiries because there was somebody explaining how to get it, and then they said you could also message them in chat, so I just messaged them for the control number. And then within like a minute, they had it for me. So they're just like, okay, now everybody wants control numbers, get them ready. They would have put out a message for like their whole tech support. This could drag on for a little while. I don't know. I've thought it's gonna go sooner quite a few times, but we'll see. It's pressure's building. It's gonna pop soon enough, but when exactly, I'm not sure. Buy and hold. It's all you can do. It's a blessing in disguise, though, because I just keep adding over time. And just like use it as a bank. I have like a way bigger position. Yeah, I gotta grab the other one. That one's empty. We used up the last little bit the other day. RC's gonna see the hedgies at a GME. I don't know if it's to bring any type of like legal filing forward. I think it's more just to like, cause they're lent, right? And then the shares get recalled then when people exercise their voting rights and they ask for their control numbers and shit. But even with all that, who knows how many extra ones are actually out there? Like, it's kind of an insane amount. I'm curious. All right, so for these ones, tighter felt seals on the side. Not very deep. You don't have to go very far, but they kind of start to pinch pretty quickly into that seal, so be careful. I think the lacrosse is a little bit harder, but don't hold me to it. Do you think it's better to tint on a driveway? Wait, what? Inside. I missed part of the question. Oh God, I need coffee. It's that little bit. It's that little extra kick to keep you up. I think I need towels. I've still forgotten to wash my towels, so I gotta do some digging for some towels. How long to vote? It was really quick. Oh, somebody was calling. I think Nick got it. So, yeah, so all you need is, it was a little confusing. I didn't understand how it worked, but it's really straightforward. So you get a control number, or it's provided to you when they're available. You know, so information or whatever will get filed, brokerages will get information, and then they have the stuff to give to the shareholders. But once you have that control number, then you just go to the site. And literally just put in your number, and then it'll log you in that way, and then you just type in, or you just click the options. So there's nothing extra that you have to do. Wait, what? Matt, what's your local coffee shop? I'll Grubhub you, DoorDash you, Uber Eats. Oh shit, my headphones. If the closest one is Tim Hortons, but Tim Hortons is garbage. So if there's not a Starbucks near here, somebody's supposed to be bringing one, so it's fine. I'll be okay. Oh, shit, there it is. Oh, my God, he brought it. Like I said. What's up, man? Here, let me put this on. What's up, dude? Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. So we're going to be doing your Avalon?
Yeah.
Okay.
For Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Is it out there?
Yeah, it's out there.
Okay, cool. Can I check it out real quick? Sweet. Awesome. So you said the rest of it's tinted already?
Yeah, I got it a while ago. For the windshield.
Oh, okay. So you had it removed.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks pretty clean.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Maybe fine.
All right. And if there's any little bits, like, no worries about it. Just making sure, like, the majority is off of it, and that's fine. I'll go over it pretty thoroughly. Dang, you brought coffee.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I've been watching your videos for a while.
Uh-huh.
Started with the mirror. You had that mirror or something.
Yeah.
Or that you put on. I started watching them. After watching, I'm like, wait, I think he's local. And then.
Yeah, that's one reason I did the Detroit studio thing. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I'll see you next week sometime. So just.
Okay. You can wait. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, just Wednesday at 9. Put the deposit for that time, so then we know that you have that, and you'll be all set. All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have one. I put him on video too. I feel better because people have masks, but he was watching the stream, so that's why we left it on. I know, we were getting a little worried. We're like, where is the coffees? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Now we're gonna have to like yep, this is it. Now we're gonna have to rely on him. We're gonna have to message him next time. We're gonna have to be like, dude, can you go get me a coffee, please? That was so cool. You deserve it. I really appreciate it. We're doing his windshield on Wednesday. So he's got Avalon we'll be doing. It's a morning appointment. So it's a full windshield. So if I don't have anything else later that day, then we'll do it on stream, I think. It depends. Maybe I should sell him 10. We need to wake up now. 10:20. All right, we're doing all right. I forgot. We're in the middle of that one. Hang on. I'm charging my headset too. So, a little bit of an oopsie. My headset didn't actually charge last night, even though it was plugged in. So that's kind of weird. So we're gonna give it a little extra juice. So I'll try and we'll make it work. What kind of GoPro head mount is that? This is just the GoPro head mount, but I have the, what's it called? The media mod, so I can plug into this thing, and then I put a battery on it. I've added to it, so it should be simple, but there's a lot going on here. Rode mic. That kind of stuff. Ooh, that's not good. It should be fine. It should be fine. So, you can actually leave your windows. One reason we ran away like we did was because we're actually at a safe spot. So, you can tint half your window and then just let it sit for a minute. Because you really want that to kind of tack up a lot. So the whole thing's not going to slide on you when you roll it up. So we're definitely all ready, and then that goes up. And this is just hanging out here like whatever. You can dry it out. up with me. And depending on how far down we went, we'll make this fun or not. It's pretty straightforward. Just need you to, there we go. Create that little tunnel. You create that tunnel, you lift that whole thing up, and then she'll drop in. There we go. There we go. Not exactly the smoothest, but we'll find out. We're still waking up. We got a coffee. How cool is that? We actually get a coffee. Oh, it's so weird tinting without my headphones. I'll put you guys back on in just a second. Where's my mean green? There it is. That's where it is. What is that? Gonna get a nice cup of gourmet myself. See how it closed? Oh, did you see how it closed 1 cent above on Friday? That's how tight it is. Yeah, so with GME, it's, dude, it's only a matter of time. There's no way that it's not. And I don't think people really understand the scale of what's actually going on. Unless they're, like, really in it. So it's kind of funny because it's definitely, like, borderline conspiracy theories here. But there's so many filings and stuff that blatantly back up everybody's, like, theories on what's going on. It's like, it's the most popular traded stock around the world, it seems like. I think it was like number 2 or 3 on Fidelity. It's huge across the board. It's always making news. And now volume is drying up at a point where if volume was drying up here and there wasn't as much pressure, it would be dropping way fast. It'd just be dropping. There's no way around it. All right, there we go. Cool. We did it. We did a window. Now I feel like we're definitely behind. So what time is it? 10:30. Little. We're running, like, I'd say a little behind. We gotta finish the doors in time for the next appointment. I'd say by the next half hour-ish. And then the back window, give it about 20 minutes. And then we got the full windshield. I had a nice day yesterday, though. Yesterday was pretty straightforward. All right, let's see how much juice I got. It says 70%. I don't believe it. There we go. But this is really easy. Your DSLR absolutely kills the 8. And it's only 1080 with a larger sensor, interchangeable lenses. I still don't think I feel comfortable taking something like that for hiking. No, for sure. This Canon is not for that. It would be all over the place, 100%. GoPro is good for outdoor activities like that. We switched the GoPro. And the GoPro does look better outside. So there's more light outside. So it's calibrated more for outside. Still need coffee as well. I got some. How long can you make a clear? How long can you make a clear / orange crush last? Probably longer. Probably longer than I should. I was just trying to run it through the Smooth It the other day. So I don't know how long I've been using this exactly, but it's very smooth when you first get it, and then it starts to kind of like wear out a little bit. After like a few weeks to maybe like up to a month, it's really starting to like show some age. Really, you can trim off your like the end with like a card sharpener. I haven't had much luck with that lately though. So I was trying to run it through the Smooth It. It was just like, and I think it's helping a little bit. Maybe it's placebo. You really just need to make it smooth, because it'll start to develop a handful of nicks. And then if you get rid of the nicks, I mean, even with the nicks, you can still use it. You just start to leave little teeny tiny trails that'll drive you a little nuts, but that's okay. Volume drier than the Sahara Desert. Yeah, for it to be up at 150 and still that volume that low. You just see everything coming out behind the scenes too. There's a bunch of bank closures this week. Banks working long hours, selling bonds. It's like, oh. Here we go. You know, that's why we went live. Because if we didn't go live, we wouldn't have a coffee. Oh my God. I'm so happy I got my coffee. You have no idea. Am I a coffee addict? Probably. It's like one of those consistent things that you just like constantly go back to. It's just coffee. I can work hard, but I just want my morning coffee. Have you seen the old Lexi factory gray tint? No, I don't think so. What sponge do you use to clean that window? I use, so this is a clay bar. It's starting to show its age. I've been using this one for a little while now, but you can always rinse it out and keep using it. Probably not always, but like, you can, they'll start to discolor with all the black shit that you gotta clean off windows and stuff. So it's no surprise that some of it's gonna like stick, but all the grit and stuff washes out. I really like using them for top edges mostly. Top edges and rear defrost. The rear defrost blew my mind with a clay bar. The AutoZone tints don't peel that easy. I thought one of them did. I guess it depends. Oh, from like the liner? Is that what you're talking about? In that case, yeah, I think I remember it being really annoying. One of the biggest differences from like certain films that you'll notice right off the bat is like some will tear really easily. So when you're hand cutting it and like some will tear really easy and some won't. Some will peel a little bit easier and some won't. And then some will, there was like really annoying problems with like ASWF and some other ones that I had used. So like they would sometimes have like a bad run of film and there'd be a lot of static on the roll. You'd peel that liner and then that sucker would like curl in on you. I think I had that problem with Lumar for a little bit as well. They like overstretched it or something. They would tell you like, oh, maybe it's the film towards the end of the master roll, which definitely made sense, but it was really annoying because it could literally be like any roll that you get could potentially do that. But as long as the company fixes it, it always sucked that was an issue though. So you'd have like your whole window clean. It's cut, it's prepped, it's ready to go. And then you peel it and pick it up, and then it just like does a somersault into itself and it's just done. There's so many like little things about films from one to another that's kind of hard to explain. That can make a big difference in your install. Or they can make the install easier for you. We love you, Matt. Aw. Love you too. Thank you. Coffee today. Oh, that other scrub pad. Oh, I see what you're talking about. So the green paddle one. That's the tri-edge scrub it. When that first came out, I kind of giggled because it's like, do we really need a tint-specific scrubber? But in all fairness, everybody was using the white 3M scrub pads, and they have some better ones. They have a brown one and a blue one, and one of them's a little more aggressive than the other. So like one's more helpful with removing glue and stuff. And believe it or not, having that shape and that paddle helps you put a lot more even pressure. So when I actually used it, I was like, oh shit, this actually does help. I was using it a lot with a product called Rewind to Raw, that hydrophobic coating remover. And I still keep that stuff around, but we haven't needed to use it very much at all with the clay bar. How much for training? I don't know. It's not something that we do yet. I know I need to. But fuck, man. I always feel like things are magically gonna start to free up some and like I'm gonna like have that extra time, but I don't think that's gonna ever happen now. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna do the classes. It just means like I have to accept that I think it's always, or at least for a while, it's always gonna feel kind of hectic, and then I just gotta force myself to make time for certain things. So I was gonna have something a lot more consistent on classes, but I think we're gonna just do a traditional event style class. We'll probably run it for like 3 days or something. 3 days at the most. Maybe 2. It'll be 2 or 3. Because honestly, the classes that I've been a part of, it seems like 3 days is really short. It's actually really long. You get to that 3rd day, and you're pretty good. It's not that you know how to do everything, but it's that you've gotten pretty much all that there is out of the class. And when you run those suckers all day long, it really is like 3 days of straight work. So you're just kind of like, you need some good mental breaks there. It's a lot of brain exercise. So what often happened was like, I really was like, I hope 3 days is long enough. I think we'll be able to cover everything. And it was definitely long enough to cover everything. And then you get to that end point, and then it's like, you see more people are just kind of like hanging around than actually trying to do a whole ton, because it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty good. It's like, oh, cool. We should do a side-by-side before coffee and after coffee, because this went way smoother after coffee. So there's something to that. Get yourself a nice cup of coffee before you go to tint some windows. What's the green tool you're using on the boat? This is our Boat Tint Studio 2021 squeegee. No, it's it's actually my squeegee. It's the Detroit Tint Studio squeegee. You can find it at My Tint Stuff. Oh, I didn't drop a link in chat. Yeah, so mytintstuff.com, we have them available there. Yeah, oh man, I was so happy with how helpful it was on the boat. They're legitimately great boat squeegees, especially if you have gaskety windows. So where it's most helpful on cars for me is along that bottom edge. It always seems to pry back that seal and like squeegee everything out. I really like it for that. Corners, I'm still using tri-edges. But yeah, they're pretty sick. They have the Detroit Tint Studio. It's kind of hard to see under this light, but you have a big Detroit Tint Studio thing engraved in it. Here, let me. My Tint Stuff. There it is. Oh, we'll just leave that big. Got your squeegee last week and used it all week. Loved it. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you like it, man. That's cool. Yeah, these things. Oh, I love the green. You can see the etching better, but they're super handy. What tints do you have on your personal vehicle? It's kind of like a mix and match. right now, I have a dash cam. Oh, okay. So I have ceramic, and then I have I think I have dyed on that window, and then nothing on that back one, just factory, and then security film on the back, 50/50 carbon and Lexan on the driver's door still, security film on the rest of it. I tried out security film like years ago, and it's too blurry, but it's not a problem for like the back windows, but the front doors it was definitely a problem, so I removed it. And then I made a bunch of videos. I haven't taken any time to tint my own vehicle properly or clean it or whatever. It's just kind of a mess. Like I said, time's kind of tight. I have a dash cam. I want to get my windshield tinted. You could tint the whole windshield and then just put the dash cam over the tint, and the dash cam will still be able to see through. It'll be a little darker for the dash cam, but not, windshield, you're usually only doing as dark as 35 too, so it'll be no problem. It's still very functional. So just let that tint dry out for a few days and then stick your dash cam back to it. It'll stick. Do you like tinting wagons? No, not really. I'll do them. But most wagons, let's see, there's the Buick wagon. That's like one of the newest wagons that I've seen. So most wagons are a little older. The Focus wagon was great. That one's fine. No problems there. Where do we put the clay bar, huh? It fell. Must have. Oh, there it is. Ugh. I knew it was somewhere. Can you clean tint with soapy water? Yeah, you could, but you can use glass cleaner. Glass cleaner is perfectly fine. You can treat your windows mostly like windows after you get them tinted. So just make sure that they've had a chance to tack up. So I'm sure you're completely fine by now, but like if it was like I just had them tinted, like you'd wipe maybe like a little bit lighter, but you'll be fine. Make sure the glass cleaner doesn't have any ammonia though. So there's a pretty popular glass cleaner called Safeway. Is that what it's called? Sprayway? I think Sprayway comes in a white and blue can. White can with blue lettering on it. Just make sure, like you could use Windex, you can use whatever glass cleaner brand that you like. Just make sure it says either tint safe or ammonia free. But yeah, you could also use like soapy water and stuff like that. Ammonia just wears away at the polyester. Sorry, I've kind of dropped the ball on some of the questions, so if you ask something that I didn't get to, definitely feel free to re-ask it. I feel like a scatterbrain today, so I don't have I trope it to I didn't have coffee and then I just started the stream right away. I really didn't have much of a chance to like wake up this morning. I was like running late from the very beginning. Started the stream, and then I'm like, I need to like just take a minute. Or, if I had like 2 doors to do in front of this one, then kind of just get going. Spray away. That one. I keep forgetting. I don't know why I keep forgetting that brand, though. I've made a good amount of money, good amount of cash from your videos. Dang! That's awesome. That's what we like. I teach it because, one, it's really fun for me to do on stream. And two, you can make your own business for yourself. That part is definitely not a meme. So what's really unique about this whole thing? I like it. It's like, it's not just like watch me do a thing. It's like if you're actually interested in doing it, then definitely watch. Because you're stupid if you don't. And you want to get into this. Just watch everything you can. There's so many other channels too putting out good stuff. Just watch it all. All of it. And then you can make your own business or learn a weekend skill or however you want to do it. Preferably turn it into business just because it's a lot of work just to turn it into a weekend skill, but there's some people that have done it really well with that, so depends. Yesterday went really well. I was happy. I had a 300. I had like 3 sets of doors, a couple windshields, and then another full car. What was the full car? There's 2 full cars. I'm trying to remember. I know I had 2 full cars. I had it. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait. No, he got it. Yay! Okay. I'm trying to remember what I had yesterday. I have it written down on a list. But a 300 was one of them. That was nice because it's a 300. I swear I had a full car and I don't remember off the top of my head what it was. Oh, it was a Malibu. I had another Malibu with a full windshield yesterday. Oh, so I'm using a dryer sheet right now because we're using carbon. This isn't, it just seems to work better with this carbon. I like dry shrink prep though. I think it depends on the weather conditions though a little bit. Because I swear, I've got a video right on the channel where I did a back window and it went super... No, I did a windshield on a Fusion, I think. Side by side. Half dry shrink prep, half dryer sheet. And they looked identical. So, dry shrink prep is great. And then later on, I was just doing a really easy back window. And then it was just majorly sticking to the dry shrink prep. And I don't know why, other than maybe the dry air or... I don't know. But it was like, I scrapped 3 pieces of carbon film back to back to back, did it in a dryer sheet, and then it was like, oh yeah, everything went fine. So I don't know. It was just being funny. It was overly sticking. Maybe I put too much. I tend to go a little heavy. But it was sad. Alright. 10:50. What did I say? Are we right on time? I think so. We're doing good. If you want dark tint, it's basically a mirror from the inside and put your film. Yeah, oh yeah. This stuff. Spray away. Spray away. That's a good one. I think I gotta throw my shirt on. This hoodie. I love this hoodie, man. But I have the heat on. And we're moving. And I gotta tell you, I do not like pullover hoodies very much. If it was a zipper, I'd be great. I like the look of it. But as far as tinter functionality, it's gotta be on a cold day. Okay, so this one, oops, I'm just gonna lightly cut this out. Save a little time. So if you are gonna cut on glass, always stainless, always snap your blade and just go real light. Less risk on something like a quarter window than a full-on back window, but still. These, wait, no, we have room on these, don't we? Don't we? Oh, we have a little bit of room. It's nothing crazy, but we got a little bit. I think you need this. Very, very, very light. Turn off. Thank you. Oh, can't see. Oh, I remember what's coming in on Monday. So what's coming in? What booked for? Oh, shit. I think my Monday's busy, too. I think I've got a full car with a full windshield on Monday. At 9. And then I have a quite possibly another full car with a full windshield at 12. Just trying to remember my own schedule. Just a little bit more. We good? We good. These types of seals drive me just a little crazy because they're easy mostly. They have this like hard rubber edge that usually butts up right against the film, but you can tuck it in just a little bit. Or you can tuck it in really far if you want, but you just want to get the whole thing in clean. There we go. And the rest is a matrix border with space. Of course it's doing that. I never expected my headset to be dead today. It was plugged in. I thought I saw the little light blink too, but I guess not. Unless these headphones are at the end. That could be. All right. So I don't know. I didn't give him long to charge though, so we're gonna have to juice him a little bit more and just keep on going. So I'm not gonna be able to hear the chat for a minute. Sorry. But it's just how it's gonna be, so we're gonna do the same thing over on this side too. And then that way we'll have it when we do the windshield. Oh my God, I hear birds. It's that time of year. Finally. There it is. Sometimes you can see these, and sometimes you can't. I hope that's good. Oh no, it's shy! Dang it. Should have taken 2 seconds and used my light. I think we got one more piece so we can make this work. There, we're gonna do it on the side this time. So this bottom here, we can pull this up because it goes way far down. So the matrix gets cut short from the bottom. So do that. Make sure your blades are fresh. Let's grab our light this time so we don't make the same mistake wherever that went. What did we do with that? Fuck. Where'd the light go? We used it for that. We tinted here, and then we had a sip of coffee, and we put it right there. That's where we put it. Yeah, That's probably more helpful. Ta-da! Okay, so if you're gonna shrink it, we flipped it, so we can't shrink it on the bottom anymore. So you gotta remember you can only do it on the side. Just a little dab will do ya. See that seal? How that pulls back just enough. Just a little bit. Good. Check your edges. Kind of want a smaller one of these for quarters, but I don't know if it's quite worth it. All right, good deal. So this, bippity bop. Take this. I want to try and clear just a little bit extra time for this windshield that we got. Oh, wow, what? I think my chat program broke. Holy shit, I'm sorry. That was goofy. 3 out of 4. Why is it 3 out of 4? What's not working? YouTube error. Live chat not found. Oh, fuck. That's not great. Why? Oh, my God. That's even worse than I thought. I was like, chat's really quiet. You guys have been going this whole time. So this is what it shows me right now. What time is it? 11:07. I gotta get going. Okay. So, like, this is my chat thing, right? And for some reason, YouTube is not working. So if I close it, why is it not working? Why? That's never. I don't even know how to fix that because it's connected. It's working, but it's not working with YouTube. So, like, I don't have time. I don't have time to troubleshoot it. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. That's how I'd rate the stream. 3 out of 4. Think. What can we do? I don't think this is gonna solve it, but no, I don't want to remove it. Maybe. No, I don't want to remove it right now. Yes, I do. No, that's not gonna fix it. It's got to be something on the server end. YouTube Studio. Settings. Channel. Advanced. Permissions. Manage permissions. Manage permissions. Two-factor. Wow. When you're trying to run a business at the same time, and then you're trying to troubleshoot, and then you're trying to do a whole bunch of stuff, your headphones die. What the fuck? Where? I got so many notifications. $46. Yes. Where's... This is not something I need to put thought into right now. But it's really frustrating because without chat, I don't have much of a stream. So it's doing community. Oh, that. Maybe I have to add the restream bot again. How do I add the restream bot? To YouTube. Sorry, guys. I know this is like really dumb. Chat app. Oh, yeah, but how do you connect it? YouTube restream bot. How can I connect your restream bot to YouTube? How to connect YouTube to Restream. But the Restream bot. Oh, God, this is so dumb. Whatever happened to your balloon with Super Chat? I still do it from time to time, but I'm falling behind. So I just been putting off setting it up. Well, I wish I had a better way to do this. Maybe I can search. Oh, paste the channel. Restream. Restream bot YouTube channel. When you're trying to find something so specific, like they give you like a channel link. Restream bot YouTube channel. Restream bot. No. All right, 1 second. 1 second. I'm having a hell of a time right now. Coffee was part of a fix. It's getting warm. This headset is not helping. All right. What is it? 10:15, 11:15. I got about 2 more minutes to screw around with this. And then shouldn't it give me a bot? Forwards, incoming messages, Discord filtering. Account settings. Stream chat to YouTube. Everything you need to know. What is Restream chat? Blah, 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 relay mode. Yes, embed, change, relay, bot, stream. YouTube. YouTube. They're not helpful. Ugh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can see the chat. I had your window covered up for a minute. So turns out there's a much bigger issue. So I use a chat program to help relay the chat, but the big issue is it's not connecting to my channel. It was working, and then all of a sudden it can't. So I was gonna try and reconnect the bot, but I can't find the bot URL. So you gotta make it a moderator on your channel. But I keep finding information about setting it up. But I just can't find the stupid little... Download Restream, set up Restream, customizing your chat experience, turn on chat notifications. No. Set up reply, enable Restream chat bot. It's like, where did they bury that one thing that I need to know? And I just don't know where they did it. No, it's got nothing to do with Discord. So let me go here. Yeah, let me see if I can message their chat, but they reorganized their chat. Send us a message. Getting started. Other. Oh, here. What's the YouTube chat bot URL so I can make it a moderator for the app? All right, they'll respond in a minute. On YouTube. All right. Maybe. We're gonna continue. Sorry. Yeah, what a whole bunch of shit. All at the same time. So my headphones are not working because they're dead. The battery, anyways. So that's easily fixable, but takes time. So that's on a charger. So I was burning some time with that. 2 is so weird. All of a sudden, like, the chat went quiet. And it went quiet for like a really long time. And I'm like, all right, people are just quiet. And then it was like, I I don't know if they're that quiet for this long. So then I look, and my chat application is not connected to YouTube anymore. But Restream is still connected to YouTube because the stream is still up. So it's still working. I'm still pulling stuff from it. But the chat application is no longer functioning right in the middle of a stream. And I have no idea why that's the case. So my one and only solution, I figured, was to disconnect it as a moderator and reconnect it. And maybe there's an API update or something. He says, "Hello, my name is Sean." That's a great question. YouTube does not directly require a bot to be added to YouTube solution. It connects with automatic settings. Oh. Hey, okay, guys, say something in chat. Chat. Oh, it works now. What the fuck? I swear to God. Alright, it works now. Woo! Alright. Let's make sure this... It works! Oh my God, what the... He said cool head word, by the way. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet? So yeah, we're window tinting a car, so that was the thing. It was just all of a sudden not working. So I hear the chat. That's how I use all this. So we switch over to Gopro, and then I continue tinting a car. So I actually have work to do. All right. Well, we're good. So we got a full back window to finish and the windshield to tint. The rest of the car is good. We sorted out the chat things. It magically started working. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. All right, where's my towel? I need a towel of some type. What do you guys think? You think we can get it done soon enough? I have a 12 o'clock appointment. I'd imagine it'll show up sooner. But we'll be all right. We can make up that time. This back window is very straightforward. Windshield, it's going to take a little bit longer. That's just the nature of windshields. But we'll be good. We're just starting. Yes, that's it. We're just starting. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Oh, clay bar. towel. Yes. Have you ever done Chrome delete? No, I haven't. Chrome delete's quite the skill. Chrome delete, vinyl wrapping, that's its own thing together. Those go hand in hand. When you're 3 minutes behind and don't realize it. Oh, I've done that. What's weird is doing that when you're watching a stock market stream. Then you're just like, wait, that's off. I've done some vinyl graphics though. Mostly like some simple kits. But never more than that. No like full hoods, full cars, chrome deletes or any of that. I have wrapped some taillights though. It's something I don't think I'm gonna get into it. So, I wish taillights made more sense for me. So here's my struggle with taillights right now as a business. One, it's reasonably expensive for the material. It's actually, I think, more expensive than window tint on some levels, depending on the film that you go with. But like the film that you use for door window, you're gonna be spending much more on a taillight. But besides that, it's like, so taillights should be really like 150 to 200 just for like a set. And the time that it takes you to do, I know they get better with experience, obviously, but it's like, in this weird spot of like, I almost think that it just makes more sense for me to do like another car in that span of time. There's no like, there's like, I mean, I don't think I'm making this sound like a very good argument. There's a part of me that wants to do taillights and stuff, and then I look at how overly exaggerated some of the taillights are, and it's just like, I don't even know. Every one of them's gonna be like a stressful roller coaster. And I'm just not quite sure it's worth it. But the other one is like, what would I do besides taillights that make a lot of sense? And believe it or not, I saw more with the boats than I do like something like a taillight. To me, I kind of want to try and pursue getting some more boats in here rather than taillights. I think boats would be way cooler. I'm learning all this myself. More coffee's needed. So like I looked at my Blazer the other day and I was like, fuck, how would I even do these? So charging, the boat was $450. And there's a lot more potential for boats out there. I think it's a pretty underserved market. Taillights, I feel like, is also somewhat underserved, but you can just go to like a vinyl shop and knock out some taillights if you really want to. tint shops are like probably not doing them, but you could definitely get them done at vinyl shops. So it's just, I feel like there's more there with the boat market. So if I had to put effort into like doing some extra different things, I think it's gonna be boats. But the nice thing about boats is that we can kind of make it into like it can be its own stream thingy too. And it's not that far out of my wheelhouse. Like, it's still windows, it's still shrinking, it's still what I do. It's just on a different type of thing. So it's not really necessarily one or the other. I just feel like I'd have to put a lot more mental energy into figuring out taillights and stuff, and I just don't feel that committed to them. I think at the end of the day, I'm going to spend a similar amount of time. And the way that I should be doing it is, if I'm going to wrap taillights, I should start vinyl wrapping hoods and roofs and other parts of cars, and basically go into like vehicle wrapping services and not just stop at taillights. I think you got to keep on going. But with boats, it's really still window tinting. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Gilligan. So if we had people bringing in some speedboats and some smaller boat crafts, I think that'd be pretty cool. So after I did that one, I'm a lot more confident in what I can do in the boat scheme of things. And I think it'll be far worth it from a business perspective, and that it's really underserved. I was surprised. I was genuinely surprised with the boat. Paint protection film, I feel the same. That's a good question. I feel the same as I do with vinyl. I've done it, and I know how to do it, but I'm not great at it, but I know what it takes to do it. And I've put out some clean work, and it's taken me quite a while to do. Paint protection film is a lot more similar to vinyl wrapping, but with an increased difficulty, because you have many little dirt specks and stuff that'll feed into the film that'll completely ruin a job. With vinyl, you still have those things, but like vinyl's a dry application. So paint protection film, you're stretching it, water is seeping back in and carrying dirt and shit with it. That's not good. So if you want to go for like the grand window film business, like I think the perfect shop setup, like if you want to tackle a bunch of services, I think window tint and vinyl go pretty well together. Paint protection, I think, goes really well with detailing. So if you're going to get into PPF, I feel like you almost have to like sidestep into detailing. PPF is a high material cost? Yeah, high material cost, high expectation, high everything, high stakes for sure. Hey! Oh, that's super cool. Welcome. I'm not tinting. I do IRL POV streams of my artwork and my drawings. Here, checking out this guide to set up in a style, filmography, and level of professionalism. Welcome. I didn't realize that. I think I've seen you talk in chat before. I appreciate that a lot. I talk to window tinters mostly, but I really like nerding out on all this stuff too, because obviously if I didn't like tech stuff, I wouldn't have this crazy kind of setup here. So if you have any questions, let me know. I like that you can play with PPF more. Yeah, there's some, it is, you can like pull it back and clean it out a lot easier than you could window tint. But window tint's got that lower cost to it. So it's like you just rip it off and redo it for window tint. PPF, you have a chance to salvage it. No, I just like, people have asked me about different services. And I like specializing in window tint. If I wanted to add other services, I would add other people. And then obviously like each one is like, look at it like a skill tree almost. Like you start here and you have to build that business up. So I think vinyl is somewhat associated with PPF in like the practical sense of like you kind of learn how to stretch material and stuff, but it's totally different on the actual application part because it's a wet application. So it's a lot different. But for customers, I didn't realize this until I saw it. I saw higher end detailing shops doing PPF much more than I saw like any window tint shop at the time doing it. So if the tint shop also does PPF, then they probably also do some type of like detailing, or they're getting cars brand new without much to do. So if you guys ever checked out like the Chicago Auto Pros channel, I see why you say detailing goes with PPF. You pretty much have to exterior detail just to install. Yeah, so like it's similar to window tint because a film and a film, but the mentality behind it is a lot different. It's like when you have your car thoroughly detailed, now it's a protectant. Like that's the purpose of it. So it's just more people are looking to clean up their cars. But when you clean your car, you want to protect it. And when you window tint your car, you're not necessarily thinking about protecting your paint and stuff like that too. So it's just like, I've seen it fit better. It seemed like into shops that also have detailing. So I was thinking of like, what else can we do here that kind of centers around window tinting? It's like, well, you just kind of window tint more things. So, being that I had, like, I've been asked about boats before, and I know that most shops just don't tint boats. I'd say there's a lot less that'll take on boats. From just what I've seen, like, in my area specifically, too. It's just like, if they get an inquiry about a boat, it's just like me. It's like, And especially in the busy season, probably not the type of work that most shops are going to take on. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's already in my wheelhouse. It's just learning how a boat windshield is different from a car. But yeah, if a car for PPF had over like 1,000 miles, it was already like Rock Chip City in the front. Got a few emails from shops that needed tint to go with their detail, and I would be adding it, not going there, to build that as their business. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. To go with their... Yeah. So, there's always shops that are looking for window tinters. That's how I saw some of these detail shops adding PPF to what they do, is because they didn't have an in-house tinter. They would source a company, and I was tinting for that company that would come out there and knock stuff out. But then I saw they had a couple of guys that they sent down to Expo for training. Just a couple of young kids, and they were the full-time, or no, they were detailers, but they would also handle all the PPF. But they would do it as a team. So they would usually have 2 guys doing the PPF. See this? This is dangerous. This is when you start shrinking it sideways a little bit. We almost went too far. Sorry to ask the question again. Why do you not use the program to tint? Oh, no worries. If I miss your question or a comment or something, I was likely just talking over it. So I try to listen to everything, but sometimes I can't really necessarily hear and talk at the same time. That's a skill I haven't developed yet, but I try and listen for them. So we talked about it a little earlier on stream, but my biggest issue with software is pattern consistency. They don't get it from like any type of manufacturer. They literally have to source it themselves. So there's a lot of plotter software with mediocre patterns. That's what drives me crazy. The plotter, if you have good patterns, everything about a plotter is great. Except, you know, the tech problems that you're gonna run into. It'll rip through film really quickly, and then you have to try and recalibrate the plotter and, you know, get it cutting smooth and stuff like that. So that can really put throw a monkey wrench in your day. But if everything's running well and the patterns are good, plotters are great. But from what I've experienced, a lot of the patterns either have wavy top edges, so you have to recut them, or they're short. So you go to tuck it in, slide it over, and you're like, hey, my front edge is short. You shift it back. Oh, no, the whole thing's like a 1/4 inch short. Well, you don't know that until you've already cut the film, weeded it, shrunk it, cleaned the inside of the glass, peeled the film, install it. So you don't know until the end. And then you have to tweak. And then you have to tweak software patterns for a software that you're already paying for. Like, what the fuck is the point? So on the windows where they're pretty forgiving, like truck back windows, plotters are great. Back windows in general, as long as it overlaps everything, plotters are great. They'll save you time. Doors and windshields is where I've seen them really fall off. You can't hardly ever rely on them for an accurate windshield. And then doors, they really just need to be wide enough on the sides and the bottom. And I ran into a lot where they weren't. And then top edges, they're wavy. Some are close, some are far off, and some are just like, no, not even. What was that? Just like I did a 200, and the middle is not right, and the dots are in the glass, so I can't even cut them out and say the dots don't sit well. Yeah, for whatever reason, windshields are, or whatever. It sounded like a windshield, but yeah, when they're good, they're amazing. But all these piss-ass, low-quality control software companies drive me nuts. So that's why I'm like long-term jaded. I had to use a plotter, and I've used a plotter for years. But there's a reason, that's the reason I don't use it now. I'm Cooper with the Gopro questions. Yeah, man, if you have some questions, let me know. Yeah, inconsistency. That's generally the sentiment. It's like, you know, you're going to have those days where the plotter just completely screws your day up. But overall, it's like, okay, once you get it going, you load the film in, you're all right. But let me, like, I don't know if people realize I don't know if some people realize that you actually have to weed patterns too. So it's like, you still have to cut, actually. So this is what it's like to use the plotter. You take a plotter. You take your roll of film. You plop it in the plotter. You click a couple buttons, it sets it up. Boop, boop, joop. Then you spend seconds going into the software, choosing the car that you need, picking the windows, and let's say it's 35 on the front, 20 on the back. So then you cut out the front doors. Boop, boop. So it's cutting it out. Cool. And then it spits out the film with the cuts etched into the film. So then you take your knife and you cut a border around that whole pattern. Then you peel it, and then you hope. If your plotter's set up, everything will peel clean. If there's snags, then you have to readjust your plotter. Then you take it off, then you shrink it, and then you clean the window, and then you slap it on the inside of the car, and then at that point, you look and hope your cuts worked out. So after going through those steps, if you run into an issue after all those steps, that's where it really sucks. You just wasted all that film, all that time. So I just need plotter softwares to get their shit together on pattern quality, and then you won't hear me complain so much. I love tech. So I'm not going to say, but I've got one of the nicer softwares, which is probably Expel. Front matches and track, flawless top edges, but cars are just sometimes. Yeah, so if you're okay with that's where it's like, Yeah, it's gonna fit, but it's not gonna be as clean. That's the general sentiment of a lot of people with plotters. Oh, somebody's asking me about renting out a corner of the shop. Thought about it. Probably not. I know I have extra space, but I sometimes use it. And I haven't needed to rent it out yet. So, like, sorry. What I mean by I sometimes use it is, like, I'll park my car there. I need the extra space for a boat. But anyways, what was I trying to say? Yeah, it's like most of the stuff that has asked to rent that space has been like louder or bulky equipment stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I think I'm going to use it for something. I just don't know exactly what. I generally think that's just for more vehicles and more stuff parked in here at one time. Or running a class or something. It'll get used one way or another. It'll be a coffee shop. What we would use it for is vinyl wrapping. That's more interesting. Because it's interesting because it sounds like there's crossover business. So it's like, I'm not completely opposed. I just don't know. I'm always like, I do things a little slow, I guess. Because it's like, I might do it, but I don't know if I will. So I don't want to, like, say yes, and then somebody moves their shit in there. And then I wished I didn't. I like, oh, I have something else I need the space for now, and then I'm stuck. And you're stuck. But there is good crossover business there. I didn't think you'd be interested. Yeah, I'm on the fence. It's probably because vinyl's like, it's on the quieter side of things. It's on the quieter side of things, and it's complementary to like what I do, and it's kind of interesting to have that in there. And I know I would learn shit while you're here. I have a bunch of other stuff that I'm trying to do at the same time, so that it's like hard for me to really figure out what I want to commit to that's like extra like that. Because I don't even, like, no offense, I don't even think that splitting part of the rent is necessarily that interesting to me. It's like, yeah, it costs more money, but I'd rather have the space look nice. So it's like, if all your vinyl stuff is all set up here and shit like that, that would just make the space look nicer. I need to fill it. And then you could do a vinyl wrapping stream. And that, to me, that sounds just more fun. Like, all that kind of stuff is just more fun. I'll have them. Yeah, but I don't vinyl wrap. cross promotion. But like, I don't know. I do the streaming stuff because it's fun. It's a hobby for me. And people that are interested in that type of stuff, people ask me questions all the time. So I like to help wherever I can with that kind of stuff. As long as it doesn't take away from my day too much, I guess. So let me think about it. That sounds interesting. I used to be, what was it? Sorry, I'm trying to catch back up. There's like another comment in here. Used to be a grease monkey, worked at a local shop, subbing out headliner. Oh, okay. Who does the vinyl? I missed the name. Dean Martin? Can you message us on Facebook? Yeah, like it genuinely would be cool. Yes. More stuff going on that isn't like vacuuming and car alarms, air compressors and shit like that. Gopro. That's much more interesting to me. My mic is off? Oh, sorry. You guys were yelling at me for the GoPro. All right. So I have been incredibly. I have. Make it in a coffee shop. Yee. Please don't do that. Yeah, sorry, I've been total scatterbrained today. I think it's lack of coffee at the beginning of the stream. I had enough time for this car, and then I just shouldn't have streamed it. I should have streamed whatever the next one is. I think that's where you can see it. Like my mind is too many places right now. So I have another guy that's supposed to be here, like now. And then I'm still in the middle. There's a oh my God, sorry. Dos. Uno. I have to readjust this real quick. All right. GoPro. Wait, what? Are we making a coffee shop now? Is that what we're doing? There's a Tim Hortons at the corner, like that way or something. I don't know. But dude, Tim's fell off the fucking map. God, their coffee is horrible. Their ice caps were good, but their coffee fucking ugh. It was just terrible. It used to be good, and then they got bought by Burger King. And I'm not just like, oh, they got bought by Burger King, so their coffee's trash. No, it genuinely just like, I don't know where the fuck they're getting their coffee from, but it sucks. I also got to make sure it's somebody that's not going to steal my shit, though, because it's kind of like a big deal. There is like that to protect my own business. You know what I mean? People are still people. Good. One day they're gonna have a streaming hat. God, I hope so. But so it's a really difficult thing. Having a streaming, like, GoPro enabled 1080p streaming, and then 720 on the 7, 1080 on the black. As far as I could tell, there's literally no visual difference between the two. But anyways, the GoPro has what is called RTMP streaming, and you can stream that to anywhere. So that's what we were doing. But it's actually a really heavy task for something to stream 1080p. So if you look up, like the wireless HDMI transmitter that I'm using is actually a Hollywood grade budget solution. So it's a $650 item to make this clean wireless HDMI. They have cheaper wireless HDMI transmitter. They're just not very consistent. Or they can't move around while you're using it. So this is actually just a monitor transmitter. That's all this is. So hopefully that gets scaled for something like a company like GoPro to, like, you know, actually see, oh, hey, you know, fuck, they're so far behind. They're ahead on some stuff, but they just enabled their their cameras to be able to be used as webcams for streamers. And it's like, why wasn't that a thing? Why couldn't you plug it into your computer and just use it as a camera for years? Took the pandemic. And then they're like, oh shit, people like streaming. And then how long did it take them to get a front-facing screen? Literally another company taking away their market share. GoPro's like, I love them, but they're also like really complacent on some of their stuff. They're really good at remaking the same thing. And stabilization. That looks like 20%. On the sides, we're doing 50 on the windshield, though. Yes, we're doing 50 on the windshield. God, with all the hiccups. The 1080p or the GoPro live streaming quality sucks. It depends on your own lighting too. So the RTMP is not any better quality. It's just a different way to transmit the signal. So it's actually it's actually transmitting that way to YouTube. That's what it uses, RTMP. RTMP is a lightweight transmission streaming protocol. Trust me, I didn't know this stuff. I had to do a fuck ton of research to even learn any of this, and then I came across a thing that was like RTMP, and I'm like, what the fuck is RTMP? And then I go down that rabbit hole. And then I'm like, wait, I might be able to get this to stream to my computer. But after the year of completely screwing around with RTMP, it would have stuttering issues, it'd have quality issues, it would not connect, it would be... But overall, it was good enough. I still could run my streams off of it. It was good enough. But it can be better. So, down the rabbit hole of what can we do to make it better? So, now we have a full budget Hollywood solution. This thing also came out not too long ago too, so it like wasn't even an option for a while. All the tech has existed for a while. Why doesn't it just all work together? I ask that question almost every day. I swear to God, I thought, dude, when I was younger, what I didn't realize I was really doing until much later on was like, I'm not a programmer. I take things that exist and I try to make them work together for something that I want to do. I go like, oh, wouldn't this be cool? And then I see what's out there and then I try and make something work. And it just never stops. There's always some weird limitation with everything I do that always makes this always a big pain in the ass. And there's always something that I need to do that's just like, okay, so that does that thing, and that other thing does this thing. There's no dedicated option to do this one thing. Fuck. I hope I can make this work. So with a media mod, it's like, okay, cool. GoPro has wireless HDMI out. Or they have HDMI out. What can you do to make RTMP better? You can't. You can't. It's limited by what it is. It just relies on the device, and GoPro's the best RTMP device out there. So you have to take the wireless transmitter and put it on the responsibility of another device. So that's why I have, as people are saying in chat, all the crazy stuff on my head. What do you... There's no delay at all? Yeah, that was an unintentional bonus. Because that was another thing. RTMP had like a 1.5 to 2 second delay, and it would change. So sometimes you connect the camera, and it'd line up pretty well, and then sometimes you connect it, and then all the delays that you set for all your other stuff wouldn't match. So people would tell me, they're like, your microphone doesn't match your camera at all. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I'd adjust it, and then I'd have to adjust it again, and then I have to adjust it again. But the good thing is that you don't see my face when I'm using the GoPro, so when I'm talking, sometimes things can be a little off, but still acceptable. But like when I spray shit and you hear tch-tch. I just want to plug in a microphone to GoPro. Why? Yeah, for that, you need a whole media mod, because GoPro's like, fuck you. All right, what was... So he caught it. Nick caught it. Self-burn from Matt. Luckily, you can't see my face on the GoPro. Nick, what do we have for appointments? I am so lost. There was one guy with the windshield. I set him for Wednesday morning. He said it wasn't available to book, so I don't think I double booked him or anything, but he should be able to get in on, and then I'm seeing other ones that are booked, so thank you. Holy shit. My mind is just all a fog right now. What device are you using on your head right now? Okay, so I'm going to clean this up, but real quick. This is wireless HDMI transmitter. This is a Hollyland 650 Pro S. This is as small of an HDMI transmitter as they make that is consistent, I think. They have smaller ones that are cheaper. I don't think they're consistent, though, from what I've seen. Then we put this, the Hero 8, in a media mod. And what that ended up doing was killing batteries really quickly. So in order to change the battery on the GoPro, you have to unlatch this, unscrew this, flip down the legs, pop it out, change out the battery, put it back in, fire it back up, start all again. So this powers the GoPro. This is just an Anker battery. I want to find something that's smaller, and then I could just hot swap the batteries on this, and I'd be fine with that. I just don't want to have to take this all out. And then we have the Rode Wireless Go. This mic is awesome. This has a little microphone right here, or you could wire it up if you want to. Little battery. You can put this literally anywhere you want, and then it'll act as your microphone. Well, it is your microphone, but you can put it anywhere, so I just clip it right there. Super convenient. So all this together makes wireless GoPro. Dang. Let's not do that. I thought you used a GoPro on your head. I do, just with a bunch of other stuff now. Yeah. And it switched again. Yes, it is there. It's right here. It's with a lot. Yeah, 100%. There's just a hell of a lot going on here. The GoPro Deluxe Super Edition 9000. And I'm using the 8 because I got the 9. You guys remember, I was so excited about the 9. I was like, oh, they got a 9? And I bought it immediately. And I'm like, this is going to be amazing. And then I turned it on, and it didn't look any better. It actually looked worse. I was like, they got a bigger sensor. This should look better. It didn't. Hello. One second. Let me grab my mask real quick. All right, guys, 1 second. I got a customer up front. How you doing? Yep. I am finishing up this part. I'm a little bit behind, but gotta keep it up. You got the back. Oh, Nick, are you telling high school stories? Oh God. So, yeah, Nick's helping me out with phone calls and a bunch of stuff. He's got a big boy job too, but he likes cars. He is not in the window tinting business though. He works for. I'm not gonna say. I'll let him say if he wants to. But yeah, so he's been helping out a lot, and it's really funny. Never really been able to completely escape each other, as funny as that sounds. So whenever I had classes in high school, we wouldn't plan classes together, and then all of a sudden, like, I'd walk in or he'd walk in, and we have like 4 classes that semester all together, just like every semester. And then now we live like 10 minutes away, so it's always been like one way or another, our paths always cross. So I've got a little bit of touch up on this one. My 12:30, I was smart. I booked it for 12:30. I thought I booked it for 12, so I thought I was running way behind. I was only running a little behind. So we have I have a MKX to do, and I'm going to be doing it all the sides in carbon. So I'm going to hop off stream for it because I just need to focus on tinting a car and the rest of the day, catch up on some stuff. But we do have a stream set for Monday. So today has just been like, oh my God. The tint job went very well. Just getting there with all the tech issues and scatterbrainness and forgetting coffee and this and that, whatever. What a day. What a day. He's also going to be waiting, so he said no rush. Super cool dude. Just want to make sure that I don't take up too much of somebody's time with so many tech issues. So we'll get there. Yeah, this is looking good. It was nice, though. I ran through, so I never know who's going to want Pro Classic or ceramic or dyed. But I keep trying to remind myself to run everybody through it. But I come from shops that just tint, 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 just pulling cars, just pulling cars, just pulling cars. So I always like had this impression that there's a lot of people not interested in it. But if you actually just kind of take the time to talk about it and spend some time with your own customers, they didn't realize that there was something better. So we are doing a carbon job, so that'll be nice. How's this guy look? Dang. This actually turned out good. Do you know about relays in cars? I know what they do, and I have a little 12-volt experience, but relays, that's where I started being a window tinter, actually. So I started learning alarms and remote starters, and like reading the diagrams, trying to figure all that out. And then you have to like hook up relays certain ways for different remote starters, because they had certains are negative and positive, and this one you need to hook up this wire to like. It's a very vague explanation, but I offhand know most of my electronics car knowledge flew out the window with years of window tinting. If you fall out of practice with it, it's To me, it's not like riding a bike. Relays were confusing because it's like, I know it's like you have one current that runs through one, and then it flips a switch and then turns, it's a switch. It's a remote switch. But how that puzzle fits together, that's where I drop off. I'm good with some stuff. Mostly, I put dark stickers on glass. That's it. You know, like, I'm good at figuring out tech stuff, and like relays is like one of those weird puzzles where I wasn't good on. I'd explain it. I just had a good analogy that just went out the window. Oh, reverse rolling. That, I didn't figure out reverse rolling. People taught me reverse rolling. And that to me was just like how does this work? So for as much as I've been window tinting, it's like my mind doesn't work that way. I don't know why. Pins 87, 87A, 30 connect together. Pins 85, 86 make it click. 85, 86 make it click. Oh, that's actually helpful. Alrighty. Well, we wrapped up the car. I'm just, dude, my brain is not 100% today. I did so much rambling and whatever, but that's okay. We finished the car. So we have a stream coming on Monday. I don't know what it is, but we have one in the morning and one in the early afternoon. So we'll be streaming probably in the early afternoon on Monday. So I will see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate the super chats. Again, YouTube is not showing me what they were unless I scroll all the way back and oh, look, the chat only goes so far back. Thank you so much for those 2 super chats. There was a 30 and a 10. I greatly appreciate it. I don't remember the names. But yeah. You guys have a good weekend. Keep tinning. Make some money. Save it. And go buy some GME. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.